still be the TF in the top. We do know that, but the Ambessa is the option, and he will lock that one away. This is a pretty comfortable composition here for T1.
Faker Canyon's trying to match, though, and oh, this is a terrible spot to be in. He might just be doomed.
Yeah, I don't know where is he supposed to go now?
Next.
Well, he's going to give him the good old thumbs up as he does take a turret shot. There's the flash. Can he make it to the blast cone? The answer is he's not even going to press it. Oh, this is pretty good. Oh my God, he still dies. Yeah, so there's first blood over to Pay. Get for skilling up the ultimate, like right now.
Yeah, so you get free armor pen and healing.
Wow.
From doing that. Healing on your abilities. So it just makes trades way better, even if you don't ult.
Omnivamp and armor penetration. That's kind of crazy.
It is.
As Canyon's making his way over, Faker going to have the power. Getting some vision down. Oh, this jockeying for position is just it's kind of intense between these two top laners. Pathmaker comes in. There's the all-out from Keen. Looking for the angle here as Doran tries to throw down the ulti, but there is the Destiny Gate. Canyon looking to make his way in. The gold card connects, though, and down goes Keen. Canyon unable to... That does a lot of damage with a serrated Dirk in hand. That is the benefit of this collector first build. And Ruler Arcing shifting forward. I don't know about that one. Flash does get him out, but he still gets snared. True Shot Barrage goes entirely wide. There's that barrier that's going to be used here, but one more auto when he goes down. And it's still the net to connect on. It's about new things to talk about. As Ono going to be able to take at least one of these and then just bypass, looking for an angle towards the top lane.
Yeah, Smite nearly up for Canyon, so I think he just gets this.
Oh, there it is. Just smites that one away. Chovy's moving up, and here is an all-out angle. Just pulls Ona through the small wall, and Keen just going to knock him down. That was beautifully done.
Yeah, really well played there. Great angle from Keen just to catch Ona off guard. Now he'll go for a heavy trade with the all-out and the red buff.
Yeah, actually gets to utilize a fair bit of all-out here, but another Destiny comes through. The gold card comes down. There's a public execution, and Keen just wants to flash his way out, gets to the wall, and does get over. As Orcs does really like.
What's really weird, it's technically not Omnivamp, it's just healing from abilities, which is what Omnivamp, and it was like how much it did on minions.
Is it like how the old Xin Zhao W used to work? Where you just get health back when you hit? So it's
no,
really
it's not like that, because it still heals a percentage of the damage.
Oh, right, okay. Well, we got another Destiny to come on through here. There is a teleport from Chovy to get towards his top side, but Keen should be dead to start this one out. Never mind, he gets the shield. Faker's taken out, and Keen manages to keep himself alive until the flash comes in from Doran, but a 1-for-1 is not what T1 wanted. Canyon now going to be taken for a walk by carrier.
It kind of looked like he was trying to go back in a little bit and just gave over that kill to Doran, but either way, it's a 1-for-1.
Canyon going to get a bit of a knock-up here onto Faker. Gets the Cataclysm down as Duro turns up. Chovy's here as well, but the Crescent Guard from Ona is going to be able to keep them alive. Still, Canyon gets out, gives him a good old thumbs up.
Damage, but ends up getting the flash from Ona in the end in that situation, so still picking up the value.
Pretty good stuff. Keen walking at Doran menacingly.
It's like he's just trying to get behind him to ult him back, and Doran's like, no, no, no.
Yeah. He's like,
it means that Mermana spike is going to come pretty late.
Oh, Canyon looking for an angle here. There's just Cataclysm. Just straight up going to use it. The all-out comes through, and Faker is really dead.
They have the comfort room of having those two dragons in pocket, where they don't have to contest this one. But obviously does give...
It is a Hex Tech.
Yeah, gives some nice stats, but also just the fact that T1, if they'd had 3, could have really put this game on a timer.
Well, Doran looking for a bit of an angle here. The flag is on the ground, and there's a public execution. I think Canyon... Oh, he does manage to get that flag back off cooldown and gets himself out of the pit.
And Faker's just going to pick up the tower on the top side, so extending the gold lead that they have in trade for that damage that you need to set it up on Karma. But Mikhail's is a make or break sort of item here.
Yeah.
For the rest of your build is going to make things very difficult for T1 to cut through.
Even just build a Warmogs or something like that, you know? Like, health is just good enough. Surely. As Faker is not going to get hit by the Scat of the Week, but there is the ulti to come through from Duro, and this time, he's exceptionally dead.
Yeah, it's a big commit to get Faker killed.
Well, Ruler does Arcane Shift out of danger. Chovy is going to be able to take this outer turret. It's going to bring this gold lead as this wave is going to be taken down. Teleport in from Faker. Goes over some wards. Gen.G just going to try and get themselves through this trap line. Faker gets on top of a control ward. Doran is behind them as well. This pincer maneuver could be really deadly. But Keen just walks forward. This guy is a brick wall right in front of T1, and they take control of the Dragon. T1 solo lane is still behind though, as there's a public execution, but it goes wide. Now Ona does have that ulti running. The Dragon's taken by Canyon though, and Ona's already on the floor. Duro taken out, but he didn't have the ulti anyway. Doran has to flash away, and Gen.G maybe just get out with the spoils. Still Ruler able to arcane shift on top.
Gen.G, they're able to control the pace of it. And really, it feels like T1's bot lane just couldn't get in a position to get out the damage. Not really anyone who can help that much. Like, Faker can stun him, but doesn't do that much damage to a tank. Now, they are looking for Ruler here.
Yeah. Oh, arcane shift into the wall is not what he was looking for, so he's taken out. That looks similar to the Ruler spot, is now Gen.G. There's a minute left on this.
I know I said T1 have had this tendency to sacrifice dragons, to sacrifice souls when it's not a good fight.
For T1 to deal with. Obviously, if he stands in the Ruler spot more often, then they will be fine. Pays finds a lot of damage there. Ace in the hole comes down, Arcane Shift comes in, but Doran gets the angle. However, it is just not good enough to lock this one down. Destiny comes in. The gate brings Faker over, and he does manage to stun up Keen. But Keen doesn't even go. They do dive on top. The control ward in the back of the pit will immediately get taken down, but full information is now there for T1. Question is, does it actually matter? The Destiny comes out. That's more information. Wind doesn't quite become lightning as now Doran takes a Hex Gate to get over. Now Faker off to the side. Gen.G looking for a turn, but where do they turn? They're currently being surrounded. Faker has immediately moved his way over to the rest of his teammates. Ona taking a bit of damage from that one as now Doran's caught on the flank. Public execution gets him on top of Ruler, but Ruler doesn't even really care. He's just going to throw that damage down the Encore. Somehow clips onto Faker as Doran will be taken out. Now Ona is going to get snared. Keen tries to flash on top of him, but it's a gorgeous ultimate for the disengage out of the T1 jungler. He is not likely to go down just yet, but it's still a 1-0 in favor of Gen.G. And they are on the hunt. They have so much mobility with Ruler just arcane shifting forward over and over again.
They're recalling Keen, they're going to TP him back in on full HP. T1 have to approach again. 30 seconds on Doran with his teleport. That Baron is going down quick.
Yep, Hex Gates might be able to get Ona back here to watch,
Ona,
but yeah, this is not happening. I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time. Ruler gets over the wall. Ona is going to show up. Wind becomes lightning. They know that this is close, but it's secured by Canyon. You see them hold up.
That can be impossible. And now Faker is just in trouble. Even, I think he just spammed the press Destiny, but it was not an ideal situation. He wasn't going to get it off anyway.
Yeah.
And now, Gen.G, Baron in hand, pushing the bot lane. T1, they have a wave, but I think Keen could probably just maybe give over one tower, but they're not, you're going to get more than that.
There is also an Ambassador in the top lane as well. It's kind of an interesting little attempted trade. You can see it's kind of working right now as the Rebel Baron power play has not really changed. But if they lose their Nexus, then it's probably not worth.
Yeah, you see the ult from...
Yeah, if that had to stop Pays, it could have been really problematic, because, yeah, Gen.G are just continuing.
It was the Destiny where it was just like, you know, doomed if you do, doomed if you don't. It wasn't...
You may as well press the button. But now, it is that Quadra Hex. Ruler looks like he's going to go for the more of Malmortius as the fifth item, sorry. A lot of flexibility on the Ezreal.
QSS also decent.
Yep, not too bad.
Right now,
the siege
being built.
Oh, goodness me.
All those cannon minions.
That is 4. Why is there 4? That doesn't seem fair. All right, True Shot Barrage not doing too much, but the Scat of the Week is fantastic. Pays gets clipped. But there is a Mikhails. That gets him out of the way, but now Mikhails not going to be available for the next play. As the scatter onto Faker is dangerous, but he is close to his Nexus turret. Ona goes in. Crescent Guard to keep him alive. Doran a little susceptible, but
look at that bot
just
wave
continuing to push. Yeah,
pretty
exactly,
massive.
man. It is high seas today. The waves are getting out of control. And T1 having to deal with these super minions moving forward. The smite helps Ona out as far as that is.
On mid, because you're trying to deal with waves top, waves bot, and they can just push there. Canyon in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, he's going to flash, but I don't know whether he's actually going to be able to escape because Pays is able to put him in a trap so comfortably. G8 does nothing when there is a Caitlyn. And down goes Canyon. A possible angle. Very scary.
Oh, Hexkit coming in. They're looking for the flank.
There's the flank angle. Kind of beautiful here as the public execution goes wide. Faker is then left on his own, and he's executed. And now Keen in that front line, exactly where he wants to be. Doran dashing around. The encore doesn't quite work onto Owner, but he still has to go in because he had no other way to go. But Pace is able to get the snipe onto Ruler. Keen is flashing away, and T1 still on the retreat. But I don't think Gen.G are winning the game off that one.
But Pei's an absolute monster there. Just when things start to look like they're going in the bin for T1, he steps up and kills the rival AD carry. The problem is their base is still being threatened, and it's so hard to step up to Chovy.
Yeah, Chovy's still like 8 seconds left on another ultimate. And so if anyone walks up, they may just kind of die. He does so much damage at this stage of the game. And the inhibitor is going to fall. Chovy was dashing forward, actually tries to find Pace. Just be gone. There is just nothing that T1 can do about it.
Yeah, the problem is Elder's in a minute, and honestly, with how strong...
Yeah, it's about the 6th man at this stage. Keen hits level 20. And T1, they need to try and work this one out. The public execution doesn't really do too much.
It's the right sort of play to go for. You need to start the fight soon before these minions build up, but that nerf that they had to Ambessa that slows it down makes it so hard to connect.
Yeah, and the setup is just not quite there. Scatter the Weak is phenomenal. Somehow manages to spread all the way out onto the two opposing sides there for T1. No one actually going to get engaged on just yet, though. It is just poke, but that poke is deadly, especially with Hextech Soul up and available. True Shot Barrage not doing too much as Faker. My God, the damage out of Ruler is absurd. Faker has to go back to the fountain, but at least he's still alive for the moment. Now the fight,
that's a big headshot.
Yeah, Pays. When he does manage to get these shots off, he is so dangerous. Scatter the Weak, not going to affect Pays. Not a whole lot of weakness here for this guy.
Super Minion pushing in bot. Once it's triple waves, I think it's just game over. Although we have the inhib respawning top. Gen.G will just clear that out immediately. But it does mean the Super Minions are a little bit staggered, but it's still so hard to defend. T1 doing a great job of buying time. But is it going to be enough?
They're doing the best that they can. This poke damage kind of ridiculous as they're looking
for
a flank angle from Doran. He makes his way in. Chovy taking a lot of damage. He flashes to get out of the way. It's a phenomenal scatter as the encore. Not really doing too much, but they take out the Ambessa. And Canyon gets on top of Pays. The beat drops and so does the Caitlyn. It's a double for Ruler. And I think Gen.G may have just returned the favor to T1 as they are going to be unable to win any of their games here at the home ground, much like Gen.G just